There it is. Hello everybody, welcome to Bunland. Time to relax with some of my favorite things, my incremental games. Let's rock. I'm gonna look at Grow Castle first. I'm sitting here idling the Stump Snail and Bee Swarm. Here's the best thing to do, idle. I've got Alessandro in here who I've got a feature I've got to run over. But I've got my Grow Castle build pressed pretty close to its wall. I'm gonna do some 20 skips to really try and break it here. Got a little bit of money saved up to spend. I can't say 21 billion is a lot to play with, but for how close I am to where the wall is, it'll be enough to make a difference. Really teetering the line, which is my favorite place to be in Grow Castle, because now I can do my hello. I love that, the shout out on stream. Hello guys, we're all here. We know we're here, and I like your build. I like your hive. You just recently got Tabby Bee. Congratulations. That's cool. See the Tabby Bee and the Crimson Bee. You're getting your event bees now. Really nailing all those out. That's really cool. Your hive is really getting somewhere. It's a really strong mixed hive. You've probably got great conversion with all of those honeybees. I never played heavy honeybee, but I did eventually go whitened with 5 carpenters, so I'm no shortage there now. Cool. Cool stuff. I love your mid-game hive. Just missed Mondo. Too bad. Too bad we missed Mondo. But that's okay. We got fireflies coming, but I'm not really here for bee swarm minute things. I'm here to break Grow Castle. So I'm gonna hop on over here for a moment, and I can even switch the screens and be like, what am I doing over here? I've got the 14 crystals. I've got no items to craft, so I don't have that to show off. I tend to stay on top of draining all of those consumables that stack up, or those little treasures that stack up, and not leaving myself a bunch of menuing work to do. I do it in little bits. I tend to do everything steadily, little bits at a time. I'm going to manual gold wave for a second here. I'm going to do it where I get to tap all the heroes to make their abilities go off. It's a little easy for me because I'm playing a summoning build with a special ability called Summon Only Once. Normally I'd have to keep tapping them all over, all these ones, to re-summon their troops as they despawned. But with this ability, they just stay out there, tap them once, and then they're good. I've only got a handful of units that have active abilities outside of that. It's relatively low effort for me to run the manual gold wave and save my limited timed auto battle in this game. Whoops, let's heal myself at the smith as I get eaten by flyers. There's the ad, that's what I was looking for. I was trying to provoke the opportunity to watch an ad. This one's only 12 seconds. These are going to give me about 1 billion gold each, which is going to give me a little bit to play with when my build inevitably breaks. I'm going to be checking in every now and then after it's completed. About 3 waves. It's every 2 minutes or so. You're able to get one of those ads presented to you after a wave that you made money on. So I'm going to leave it on the free auto battle for a little bit and get over to Bee Swarm and hit my dailies. I'm not sure. I can't remember when I last played Bee Swarm. It was on stream. Was that yesterday? Because if so, it was yesterday. My Tunnel Bear's not up. It needs 13 more hours. Tunnel Bear's every 24 hours. We'll give that a rest. It gives really good rewards. I believe that the King Beetle is also on a 24-hour clock, so seeing that makes me think that I'm not going to be able to get King Beetle unless you were on something shorter. You're on something shorter. I forget what you're on. I treat you like a daily, but you're a little more than that. I'm going to go ahead and do this glitch. I was showing this glitch to one of the Bun kids yesterday, which was fun, that King Beetle won't attack you if you stand in this corner and lure them into the right position. So that's an easy win. I have such high level beasts that I don't really need to be doing that, but it's fine. It's fun to do anyway. Short little fights. Take that, Rhino Beetle. Wow, Rhino Beetle just drops random magic bean? How magical. I was like, let me waste my time for a moment with a Rhino Beetle. Where's the sprout? Where's the sprout's mountaintop? Okay. Are you around, Alessandro? What up, Carter? You're here. I'm busy breaking my Grow Castle build. I think that I'm gonna fire off this really tiny baby sprout. One mountaintop sprout? Question mark. You got a glitter from a scorpion today. Dang. Magic beans for me from Rhino Beetles. Glitter for you from scorpions. These are some rare drops from things that don't normally give you those kinds of rare items. That's cool. We got our luck happening over in the Bunland Bee Swarm server. Anyone that wants to play with us, just let's connect. Give me your name on Roblox, friend me on Roblox. I'm clever_BB. And then all of my Roblox friends can join the private. Oh no, I forgot about how quickly that was going to disappear if I started making honey. It was just absent-mindedly making honey. Cool, we did it. I'm glad you made it just in time for us to share the drops from that sprout. Bomb, hive goes boom, boom. Get myself a royal jelly. That's nice. Honestly, with a little sprout like that, I'm like, if I get 1 or 2 royal jellies and hopefully a ticket, that was good rewards. Some treats. It's fine. It's just a little baby sprout. Your mixed hive probably performs really efficiently on mountain top. That's a great field, and I regret to say it's not my best anymore after switching to a white hive. Some of the bees give you bonuses on certain colors. I'm gonna go ahead and this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna move my screen with you to follow my drifting attention. I'm now holding the phone and I'm like, it's been long enough. I bet Growcastle has done the 2 minutes and will offer me another ad so that when I break my build here, skipping into my wall, I have some money to work with. I might as well get this ×3 game speed ad while I'm at it. That's nice. We're not going to watch the ads, of course. I'm just going to leave them off screen and wait for it to run out. I'm just charging up my boosts, all my gifts from it. You can get about 25k pollen per second in Mountaintop. Very nice. And of course, it's hard to know, like, relative to your level and what you get on other fields. That's, like, I'm interested if Mountaintop is much better than other fields. Oh, well, yeah, Blue Flower, of course, one of our bottom tier fields is giving you 8k a second. That tracks. You're getting 3 times the bonus up there in the Mountaintop. That's cool. I'm going to claim my Royal Jelly dispenser here. I'm going to go claim some ant passes. Yeah. And this honey dispenser doesn't give anything meaningful except the haste at this point. It gives such a little amount of honey compared to my level. It does not scale. Treats also scale poorly, but we're doing them. We're hitting our dailies. We're hitting our dailies. Meanwhile, I've got this gold wave running, and I need to catch it at the end. I need to cancel it at the very end of the wave so it doesn't automatically go into the next. Because then it says, oh, you finished a wave and made money. Here's an ad to watch for a bunch of money. Thanks. Thanks, Growcastle. 30 seconds later, I'll be back. Memory match! Jelly. Today's a lucky day. What a lucky little day. Happy 4th of July, all you Americans. It's a holiday. I am playing... Ooh, we got a converter. And I only have 3 on hand. And I guess I get gumdrops. That was a really fortuitous memory match. You got 22 quests from the Science Bear. Rest in peace. Your 22 quests, do you already have one of the translators that you get from that quest line? The critical, crucial translators that unlock the ability to get quests from Riley and Bucko B and to do the stick bug challenge. I forget at what. You get them from the Science Bear quest line. I just don't remember which number quests from the Science Bear gives them to you. I've got strawberry and blueberry dispensers I can hit. Those are some dailies. It looks like my ad has finished and I forgot to switch screens with you guys, so you got to watch the black screen of waiting for an ad to finish. And then I'll come over here and drop a 20 skip that I can't handle. Gimme. We'll let that run a little bit. Be back in 2 minutes, Growcastle. You get the second one now. The first one you sent on the stick bug. A lot of people have a lot of opinions about where you should use your translators first, and there's a handful of different philosophies. I respect this stick bug first. It unlocks an entirely new game mode that you otherwise can only access with tickets or with other players who have already given a translator to the stick bug. At the early level you are, when you get the first translator, you cannot necessarily perform well enough at the stick bug challenge to gain its meaningful rewards, like some powerful stick bug amulets. So I understand the arguments from players who are like, don't do it. Just spend your first translator getting started on the Bucko B or the what's your name, Riley B gift quest lines, and get a head start on those. Here we go, my strawberry dispenser. Strawberries and blueberries. Let's get them. You know, different logics. Either way, you're going to eventually get all of your translators and everything, and you're going to have them all. And then for most of your game experience, if you're going into the late game, you'll just have them all and be like a distant memory of, oh yeah, I think I did Bucko first. My hive was slightly more blue when I was mixed. And what up, Ook? Good to see you too. Good evening to you. Good morning from the west coast of the states. Good evening to you. And oh, I'm placing you European something. I know I've picked this up in the Discord that we share in the Thunder Thump Discord, our guild together on Grow Castle. Speaking of Grow Castle, where we're gonna always be waving. That's probably 2 minutes, right? I'm probably good. Let's do a manual gold wave. I'm not even gonna spend the time to auto battle on this. Don't need to. Oh, cool. I'm sitting on 24. Will become 25 billion. That's a decent amount of money. What up, Baron? Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Bunland. Happy to see you appear on YouTube. I wonder if you strolled in hoping to see some Bee Swarm Simulator. I know that's what I'm advertising on YouTube in addition to this mobile game, Grow Castle, a tower defense game that you just saw on screen. You got 6 magic beans today? We could do a short sprout party. I have some beans. I got a bean from a rhino beetle today. Let's celebrate with a short sprout party on stream for sure. For sure. And then that'll be a good thing for me to do between Grow Castle things. And eventually I'll just drop my boosters and do a good grind. But I think I'll do that in Bee Swarm after I've gotten some interesting work done in Grow Castle. Which I'm going to start over here in the background waving again. You go ahead and do that for a little bit, and I'll be back when you give me the opportunity for an advertisement for money. Monetize your games with making your players watch a bunch of ads. I heartily recommend to anyone that plays mobile games the app Blacker. It's black with an R on the end. It gives you this happy little button to black the screen if you want to. It just draws black over the screen. Everything runs underneath it. The ad plays in the background and I don't have to digest content I didn't ask for. Just wait those 30 minutes while I win my games. You need 15 million pollen from... Oops. From... I'm getting out of shift lock. Rosefield. Nice. Rosefield will be where you hang out. I just kind of joined you in the field you were at and dropped a pollen haze on it. You're welcome. Thank you, Fuzzy Bee, for being the best bee in the game. Wish that I had more mythics. I think that's what stands between me and late game. I'm good mid-later. I'm late game, but I'm not moving quite yet into the post game where it's just like get a bunch more mythic bees. I don't have all of the end game equipment yet. You're filtered now. You're now. Rosefield. Now you're in... Yes, I did just kind of idly follow you. There we go. I get my scorpions while I'm at it. What's my, I think that my black bear quest, or not my black bear, rather my polar bear quest is werewolf, spider, scorpion. So I should get my werewolf and spider on their countdowns. They're worth it even without the quest because ticket jelly. Thanks, werewolf. Let's talk to spider. Can I have ticket jelly, little spider? Can I have ticket jelly? Let's get some goodies. Let's get some goodies. Field dice is pretty nice. I'll take the ticket too. That's winning. Very nice. Get those tickets. Nice. Sprout is over here. Did you plant this? Or did this just appear? Either way, we're going to reap its reward. Boop. Bombs. Bombs go off. Oh. This is the sprout party. It's happening now. You're on. You're totally on. What are you doing? What are you doing keeping that... Oh no, there's already a sprout in the field. What are we doing? Epic sprout? You got an epic sprout? Very nice. Very nice. I was sitting here trying to keep the back-to-back sprouts going. I'm like, I'm keeping this on cooldown. Yeah, good idea. Let's both just throw a bunch of jelly beans all over the field. This is a serious... Wow, this is a 10 million... Wow, thanks for the jelly beans, cub buddy. Dropping me 5 jelly beans. Everything's turning up, like, faded today. This is nice. We're just gonna keep rolling with that. And I'll just keep my jelly beans on cooldown. We'll not hold back here. We're just going for it. 2 million left. That shouldn't take a terribly long time. My bomb combo looks... I can't see. I'll hide my spreadsheet. We're not playing Grow Castle that heavy right now. We're just getting some money. Once we get it pressed, we'll talk about that. Wow, an enzyme. Immediately start throwing more sprouts right after that epic one goes off. Wow, I just got jelly ticket, jelly. Woohoo! Rewards. Rewards big time. And you got another epic? You are unstoppable, your luck right now. What a rush. What a beautiful rush. Where's my token links? I'm gonna lose my haste. I can feel it. Whew, found one. Oh, it didn't give me haste though. At least I am holding both the bomb and haste combo. Too bad I dropped focus. All these different combos. So important. I imagine people watching may already be familiar with a lot of elements of Bee Swarm Simulator, like those I mentioned, though I know it's gibberish when you don't know the game. It's so funny. So many games have so much specific terminology and mechanics that without a familiarity with them, it's like speaking another language when you're just listening in. This is incredible. There we go. There we go. Bombed it down from the 1 million. Enzymes, again. Oh my gosh, you are on this sprout train. I will contribute. I got a regular one, but that's all right. It just kind of adds to the glory here as we pick up all these, and I'm behind, so I'll put another. Ha ha! Gummy Sprout! We are unstoppable today. This is a very happy 4th of July, I suppose, then. Gummies, 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 gummies everywhere. You gonna get some glue? Let's get some glue, please. We'll take that glue, Gummy Sprout, if we can. The gumdrops are nice though, they add up to glue. They'll craft into it. Wow. And the gummy's still going. Oh man, I'm almost like, that was good, that was good. That was the short sprout session. And on a high note, 2 epics, gummy, said would be short. Well done. You've thrown gumdrops, so I will return the favor. Because you've got a quest here. You need to grind out your rose field. I picked up some of my own gumdrops, whoops. Because, of course, for those of you that might be unfamiliar, don't have a clue what you're talking about. There we go. Thanks for letting me know, my audience. That's right, Carter. I knew you were here. Jelly beans are fun, and I'm going to explain why it was wrong for me to pick up my own jelly beans. When you throw jelly beans, they're made to work with your friends. If a friend picks up a jelly bean, you both get the bonus from the jelly bean, and they are strong bonuses. They increase your pollen collection quite considerably. More jelly beans. Pollen haze, jelly beans. If you pick up your jelly bean, you get the boost, but no one else does. In addition to sharing the boost of the jelly bean, there's an additional buff that you get. This one, the jelly bean sharing bonus, that gives bonuses even stronger than the jelly beans themselves, which are already a very strong bonus. Very good to hang out in a field together and shoot jelly beans at each other if you want to make a lot of money in this game really fast. So we're doing that. Yeah. And, you know, your familiarity with the lingo grows as you watch or play the game. It's the same stuff all the time. It's time for me to switch my attention back to the Grow Castle, which I'll do as soon as I run out of these jelly bean boosts, which is in 20 seconds. There are short boosts to those jelly beans, very strong but short. You can hold up to 25 of them at a time in your inventory, and I'm on 21, so I'm ready to spend them. That's a full pollen container. I'm going to just take that back and convert it the old-fashioned way. I've only got 4 instant converters, which I'll save for when I've got boosts going in a field and I don't want to spend my time coming back. Right now, I want to take breaks. I'm ready for this end of this Grow Castle wave. I've got enough crystals to do a skip now. I know, Carter, I'm speaking to my Grow Castle crowd. I don't need to explain all the Grow Castle lingo here. I haven't broken my build yet. I know it's on the brink. I don't know how far I'll have to push it. I have a little bit of time to stream today. I may be concluding in about an hour and a half. I can flex a little bit from there, but I've got some time. So as long as we've got to spend together, I can meet that today for a little bit. I accidentally am watching the ad. I usually try to keep those off screen because I can't screen them for content Bunland wise. I'm so conscious about the content that's shared in this space where we invite so many people of all ages, including children. Definitely know this lingo. Amen, Carter. Yes, you do. You speak it and preach it all day. You offer so much tutelage to people over this game, over Grow Castle, which, speaking of, the ad is finished for. And I'm going to go ahead and drop that 20 skip. The little phone in my lap, cozied up with my phone. You know, I do love, like, curling up on a couch in a ball, laying around like a cat or a bunny. You know, there's a reason I chose this character, right? I was like, yeah, just be me for real quick. But That's one of the things I enjoy about mobile games. So I can curl up in bed, or I can curl. I got defeated! I got defeated! This is great news. We broke it. We broke the build. Let's. I'm gonna take myself over to Stump Snail and Bee Swarm and Idle, and be ready to do a boost. But right now we're gonna shift our attention pretty hard to Grow Castle because it's at the right place. I have full health and Smith up coming up on the boss. Bosses come running down, smack me to pieces. Ah, it was a fluke. I didn't see how I lost the first time. Did anyone else catch that? How I lost in Grow Castle? Darn. That would have been good information to know what the weakness is in my build. What up? Good to see you, alias Katrine, also known as Laser Vision on Roblox. You're here. We're playing Grow Castle. We're playing Roblox. I'm rocking Bee Swarm. It's chill. Happy 4th of July. You're down the street. I know that we're both Americans celebrating that. We're in a fun space with a lot of people who aren't necessarily American. And I wonder, I was actually having a conversation about 4th of July yesterday. What up, Kyle? Hello. I was having a conversation, I'm glad you're here, Kyle, because you resemble the conversation I was about to bring up, which was, I'm like, I wonder how 4th of July is viewed outside of America, how much awareness there is of it, how much anyone cares, one way or another about it. And so I almost wanted to ask a lot of you that I know here, resemble the opinions and knowledge of people growing up in other places like the UK and stuff. Okay, yeah, I didn't catch it either, Carter. Thanks. America, we in America. Shout out to America. I forget it's a thing. 364 days a year. That makes sense. Kyle, I think you're representing the UK opinion. You forget it's a thing until the day that you catch Bunbun live streaming and be like, Happy 4th, all you Americans. I'm American, so that's happening around me right now. Fireworks, woo! People have been shooting off fireworks in LA for the past couple of days. There's so many ordinances against it because it's such a problem. It's so risky and so dangerous, but it happens. Oh well. Now, to answer your question on Discord, Kyle, that I'm sorry I got 4 minutes late. I watch YouTube and Twitch chats equally, and Discord less than, which is why it took me this long to get to your Discord comment. You liked the video. I wonder what video you're referring to, Laser Vision, alias Katrine. Both evenly, Discord some, but less. Live now and 5, I'm just saying this on Discord, live now and 5 minutes late to this, for example. The bosses cut it close on. Thank you for noticing that, Carter. Bosses are the next weakness in my build. It's bosses flyers. I've been shifting some skill points that I'll show here in a moment when I finish this wave. I've been shifting around some skill points here in the lightning tree around these flying damage nodes. And I've been trying to take this 2.5 damage, but I need the flying damage more than I need attack speed damage. I started losing the flyers again. I'm kind of eyeing these minus defense nodes. I reshuffled things to get the heroes equipped with staff node because that's really, really, really strong. Oh, you liked the video of the stream. Thank you for the like. You know well, Laser Vision, how much likes matter in terms of the popularity and success of an online presence, for like a content creator, like a YouTuber. So I appreciate you offering your support. That means a lot. I have tried not running summon only once, Kyle. It doesn't work. Here, I'll show you. It'll be fun to watch. My build benefits very much from summon only once. I'll take it off. I'm not going to spend the crystals on skill points elsewhere because I know I'm just going to drop them back. But here's what happens when I don't have summon only once. Or at least maybe it's been a while. Maybe it'll work. I don't know. I have some cooldown items in the wings that I could pull out to attach to a lot of people to try and make this better. To those of you that don't know, Grow Castle, there's an ability that makes it so you only have to summon. Nice. I was talking about it earlier. Summon people only once, and then they don't get summoned again. Here they expire after a certain amount of time. You can see their green health bars fading after they're released into the field. And then once my hero's cooldown comes off on the left there, those red bars filling up and turning blue. Ooh, there it is. I'm getting chewed apart by ground troops. I had to throw Smith in wave. That's rough. This one I might try again with summon only once again. I am holding everything else. Here come the bosses. Can I handle them? Yes, I'm better at bosses without summon only once because I'm releasing new units from the front. Perhaps summon only once and I start shifting around. Let's talk. Let's talk about some of the items I have. Thanks for the suggestion. What's my pure wizard cooldown? Not great. The answer is not great. Let's talk about that. My pure wizard cooldown. I have a build report prepared. I have a spreadsheet where I track everything. This is out of date on this report. My skills have changed. My wave number has changed. But the rest of it is accurate. The items equipped, not the levels of some of these units displayed, but the cooldowns are the same, I think. Let me check. I know I recently improved Chrono, but I think I reported that, yeah. Pure Wizard is at 14.4, which, for those of you that don't play... Oof, I died. I died when the bosses came. Let me see this again. The summon only once. Now, right now, I've got a lot of items, and items can reduce the cooldown of people, which will mean I'll release more units out a little faster. So that's why I'm thinking if I'm gonna run without the summon only once. I'm gonna run different items that make that better. My Pure Wizard does have cooldown on. It's very high. You're right. I have no cooldown E items, so I have an unusually high cooldown problem everywhere. I will show you real quick the items. My Dark Necromancer, who, for those of you that don't play Gore Castle and don't know, is probably one of the most important heroes in the game, and is one that you're going to be giving all of your cooldown items, your best ones. Unless you can get your Pure Wizard down to like a 7 or 6 second cooldown, then the game changes a little bit and you just want Pure Wizard first. But I've got a double cooldown staff that's not bad at all. The max that I could get is 10% on the cooldown, and the max I could get is 2 seconds on that. So that's really good. I have a 9.4% and 1.9 flat double cooldown accessory. So I've got my Dark Necromancer down to 9.9. My Pure Wizard is... wow, that staff is better than your best? Wow, thanks. That's good to know. It's a really good staff. I rolled pretty high. Pretty happy with it. To look at Pure Wizard, I have a 9.7% single cooldown. And then I have... I don't have any more double cooldown accessories, so this is the best that I have to offer. This is the fastest I can make my Pure Wizard with the current items that I have. Sometimes people want to, oh, it's actually 14.2. I've improved it slightly. And actually, yes, I like this staff with the Colony Cooldown Skull E-line. That's a good E-line. There are some global skills that affect more global effects, and these very rare exotic labeled E items in the game, for those of you that don't know Grow Castle. They offer those special E lines, we call them, because only the E items have that yellow line that says Colony Cooldown Skill. That's a good one. That's a good E line. Happy about that. I haven't tried switching Necro's accessory to the Pure Wizard. I've configured them very carefully so that Necro double procs between Pure Wizards. This is to say, for those of you that aren't familiar with the Grow Castle terminology, as the wave progresses, Necro and Pure Wizard both use their ability, and I want to see that Necro finishes, because when Pure Wizard hits, they take 6 seconds off of everybody's cooldown so that everyone fires off their abilities faster. I want to make sure that Necro is empty when Pure Wizard goes off, so Necro benefits as much as they can from Pure Wizard. Right now you can see the timing between these two, the black Dark Necromancer and the white Pure Wizard, is such that this happens. Every time Pure Wizard is going off, Dark Necromancer is benefiting the full benefit. And you're saying, Kyle, it should still double proc? Let's try it. I'm winning waves without summon only once, although it feels shaky, but maybe... let's keep trying. Let's switch these. Dark Necromancer, take that off. You take off that one. It was a earring, right? The inventory is terrible here. Which is, incidentally, why in my spreadsheet I've made an inventory page where I just screen captured all the different items that I have so I can actually view them instead of the way that it is in game where you have to go through one by one and consider them. There are weaknesses in the game. It's not perfect, but it's good. There's the double cooldown. Equip it. It's all for you. I can bring you down to a 12.6. Dark Necromancer, there's a flat 2. That's yours. You're at 11.4. Let's see how they line up. Well, let's see. And I'm pretty sure, Kyle, that I was really close to the edge of the double proc where I was. But this looks, that's all right. He's halfway and he gets fired off and he's going to finish before Pure Wizard here. Yeah. Okay. This is working. This is working. Yeah. And I've got a faster Pure Wizard, so I'm getting to this one faster, and I think it's actually evening out the difference. I think you just improved my Necro. I think that my Necro now experiences more uptime. That was narrow on the bosses. I had very little health left. I'm skimming my castle ratio too. Here's a screen showing all the numbers. This is going to be a lot of Greek to a non-Grow Castle player. And yeah, Necro, yeah, as you said on the YouTube chat there, Carter, Necro proccing twice is really, really, really good. It's really important. Necromancer is really strong. I just took a lot of damage in wave that I wish I hadn't, especially before bosses. That's a lot of ground troops I haven't sorted as bosses come. That's a big fat loss. Okay, now I'm going to do something. I'm going to put summon only once back on. I could go all the other way and do the items for cooldown to see if I can get summon only once better. Don't worry about it, Kyle. I'm looking at both chats at once all the time. That's why I'm on both platforms. They're right next to each other on my screen. Don't worry about it. But if you want to switch to YouTube, that's totally fine. Both are showing the same stream. And maybe it's easier for you to interact with people in the YouTube chat too, since there's activity there. Although I do have them both on screen to try and connect those spaces as well. Summon only once, I came in strong against the bosses and finished with pretty much all of my second health bar. Right now, I'm looking stronger with summon only once. A little shakier without it, though they're comparable, arguably very comparable. You are on YouTube, Laser Vision, alias Katrine. You are. And that's the reason I'm streaming to YouTube, is to be able to include you and other people that are there. Welcome, Kyle, switching platforms. You've hopped on over, traveled through cyberspace, and wound up in YouTube. Welcome again. Now I'm going to wait for the first time that someone's on both and just haranguing me in both chats, switching back and forth. What am I looking at here? I was considering, where are my cooldown items that I bring in here? I have a plus summon unit cooldown sword with crit damage. That will go to my giants or my golems, one of them, because they both use sword and they're one of my top damage dealers. Yay, more friends. We got a party happening. Bunbun's been steadily growing. I gotta say that opening the space every single day really invites more space for the community to form, which I'm appreciating and really enjoying. So thanks for continuing to take in that with me, seeding in the beginning of the Bunbun community. I gotta run a 20 skip here. I'm gonna do it with a power glove because I'm a little unconfident. Give myself that extra 15% damage just to make sure that while my build is teetering, I think, go ahead, still win. Double cooldown boss damage. That's true. That looks good for giants too. I want the plus summon. The plus summon is a big deal. I might give that to giants. So golem or giants will be sharing these, let's say. And I think, I can't say. There were 6 people, now there's 5. There are a lot of people watching that aren't necessarily active in the chat, and so I can't necessarily say I know. And also, it's gone back up to 6. Yes, 20 skips should be easier to duck. Oh, okay, I lost it with the power glove. That was unexpected. Let's have a little chat, Grow Castle. What is this wave? I'm going to put the horn back on. We're going to take a deep breath. We're going to get real excited. I've got everything right. I'm not experimenting with anything right now. This is my base build. This is going to be a good wave. This wave may be absolutely brutal. You're right. A 20 skip is typically easier than a devil horn. So I'm feeling like if I run the devil horn wave, I should have a hard time again. Yeah, Alice and Dorothy, the witches, are my best boss damage, Kyle, as you predicted. Giants are very good, except that they don't make it to the bosses. That could change without summon only once, because now they don't have to chase bosses across the whole screen when bosses appear. Because as you can see right now, they're all clumped on the right side. Here come the bosses. Whee! Giants are not doing damage. Now they are. Basically, by the time the fight was already done. Alice and Dorothy are doing all the work here with some support from my town archers. So without summon only once, that could solve my boss problems in a big way by enabling my melee damage dealers giants and golems who are of the top 4 constantly trading positions in there, both taking turns as the top damage dealer in my build right now. That would be a big contribution to bosses that's otherwise lacking right now and showing as a weakness. I passed that wave, unfortunately. I don't know what was so hard about the 20 skip that I lost with Power Glove equipped. What's the damage report like? I need to get some new damage reports because I've made many changes to the deck, namely by moving skill points around to get the increased damage to wand users, and I've spent several 39 billion on golems, 27 billion on both giants and Alice since I've last taken a damage report, but I do have 12 across 1,000 waves from earlier that are giving a pretty good snapshot of where my build once was. But I bet that after I go ahead and log some of this, my golems, giant, and Alice are going to be marked more valuable again as the increased damage they got from all the gold starts to show its value. And I'm curious how it looks like my angels have leveled out a little bit. And now that I've got the wands skill again, I'm curious how good Dorothy is going to be improved after this point, for which I have no damage reports and should get one. I'm going to real quick take that. Excuse me. Get on over here, damage report. Let's start doing the math. Let's start doing the math a little bit and spend some of this gold in a way that's meaningful to keep us going a little bit across these walls. Damage report looks like this. Is the answer to your question. Always be waving. Can I have ×3? In 30 minutes. Alright. This was wave 561109 that I cleared. And in it, let's check out Dorothy Alice. Dorothy is usually the leader, but sometimes we'll give it away to the giants. Alice is... I think Alice is going to take a big hit here because Dorothy just got a lot stronger. They tend to share a lot of the same targets, and Dorothy has their units in front of Alice, so I think that Dorothy is going to start stealing a lot of Alice's damage, and we're going to see that shift after the change to the skill and wands, which means I'll probably stop giving money to Alice in spite of how much I was spending on Alice in the build previously. We'll see how over Alice is and where Dorothy's at. That was a big wave for the giants. They have not done that much damage in ever. No, in a while. They do have one. I'm glancing now at my maximum giants damage, which happened earlier. They did do better than that before. So it's not outside of the realm of previous possibility here. 461368318. Let's talk about the druid. The druid, I'm hoping, the druid is right now still even at just their level 10,000, which is where you end up taking a lot of units to this game because they give you a skill point at that point. It's worth it, not even just for the damage, just for the skill point. They are considered about 30, they're still a third over leveled, but they're getting close to being worth some money. So I'm excited about how much they may potentially improve. They use the wand, so they may have benefited a lot from that change in the build. I'm hoping that they'll get to a point soon where they're worth some money and actually helping the build again, because I like the druid thematically. They're just one of my favorites, so I want them to be good. 998-28071-3278119. There we go. That's a damage report. It looks like a low damage wave. It is. It's a mid-low damage wave. 561117. We'll get another damage report here, and then we'll run an ad wave. Dorothy's better than Alice due to more attack speed. Interesting. Interesting you put that out there, Kyle. I'd noticed in the earlier game in Grow Castle, Alice outpaced Dorothy, and it shifted. It shifted as the game went on, and I got them both equally powerful items on. It shifted, and Dorothy was slightly better, and I was like, interesting. I mean, I rolled with it, but I didn't trace what it was. I didn't find what to attribute it to. I know that you're even deeper into this game than I am. You're much further along. So it's cool to see some of your insights, things you've discovered in the game. Thanks for that. It's the attack speed. I haven't looked that closely at all of their numbers to figure out why. Druid has a green orb. Druid is holding the damage skill orb right now, to answer your question. Orbs, to those of you unfamiliar with Grow Castle, orbs you can attach to your units and give you either that unit one very strong buff or give everyone a global buff. Some of the units that aren't my primary damage dealers, Druid is doing 4% of the damage on average, they can hold a green orb that benefits all of us, and that'll contribute more damage in the end. And that damage orb is worth 2.5% damage to everyone. So I mean, 2.5 of the sum of everyone else is much greater than any amount I could boost Druid to, make my damage increase by that much. So Druid's holding a green orb. Let's go, golems. Look at you, this witch is falling behind. And you see, this is, oh, okay, I turned off numlock. Hee hee, numlock. Let's, Dorothy, 109.207.9093, and Alice. So I've noticed that after shifting some skill points around, giants and golems started performing as well as and promised to perform better than the witches. So they're starting to take the front line in my build, which is cool. I really wanted to see that after spending these dozens, billions on them, that they would have at this point outpaced the witches. That's starting to happen. It's very exciting development in the build. I'll share, I have a second page I'm working on. I want to transition into summons physical. And we'll see how that works. Flying orc 174252830. 17. Oh, that's Lisa. That's not the barracks. Let's move that down in 207532939. Good for you. Meteor orb or cursed orb if I wanted Druid to do more. Okay. I haven't really looked into the active ability orbs, and I'm probably missing out. I should experiment with those. You're giving me a lot of ideas. Things to try, that I have not. And I think that I have room to do that. Oops, I'm not canceling my gold wave and getting my ad. That's okay. We'll get there. Got my damage report down. I'll have to look into those other orbs. I'll see you later, Alessandro. It was good to get a little bit of Bee Swarm in with you. Thanks for playing yourself. I'm glad we got the mini sprout party in. We made meaningful use of that time. We got some crazy luck. Thanks for adding to my 4th of July. This is exactly how I'd want to spend it. As I would most other days. And it's funny because I like your takeover there. You forget 4th of July, 364 days a year. That's how it's treated outside the country. I kind of prefer to treat it that way myself, interestingly enough, where my feelings lie. Cursed Orb is a mini Necro. Yeah, that sounds really good. I saw that. Nice, yeah, Alessandro, you know Kyle. And Carter, you're all connected also in the Thunder Thump community in Growcastle, which is why we're sitting here playing Growcastle. I can drop a 20 skip, right? Yeah, break the build. Break. I'm not even gonna bother switching to Power Glove. It's just gonna win. I can feel it. It's okay. And if it loses, it's my build self-regulating the pace it should take. But I want an interesting gap between damage reports. 5, 6, 1, 1, 2, 3. Let's see. As expected, I'm looking now at my spreadsheet to see, after I've added those 2 damage reports and tweaked my averages that much, 2 out of the 14 damage reports are now current, and the others represent a similar but older build. My recommendation coming from my own little algorithms here, oh wait, that's good. I won the 20 wave. I knew I would. The recommendation is now leaning heavy again on giants and golems. They have doubled in how much they're asking easily already, just with 2 damage reports, so they're nowhere near done paying me back for how much money I'm giving them. That's really cool. Dorothy and Alice have not shifted as much as I expected they would. Their averages holding steady. Angels holding relatively steady. That's interesting to see so far. There's a +2 wave with triple horn equipped. That's the kind of damage report I'm looking for. So we're going to take it. We're going to take down another damage report, because it looks like golems and giants are very, very good. I am running them with all the relevant skill tree nodes between the 2 of them, and I've been working on getting them up to level to perform where they ought to, and it's big. They're good. They're very good. I'm pretty impressed with them. I'll say that much. This was 561143, and we're gonna have to switch for a second because Mondo Chick spawned. That happens once every hour and gives really important rewards. So we're gonna let Grow Castle run for a little bit. I've got a damage report to lay. I'll take breaks to do my ad farms. How long did it take to make the spreadsheet? I've been working on this since I've played. I've slowly added things to it. If you want, I love giving walkthroughs on what's going on in my spreadsheet. There is a lot going on. There's a lot hidden. There's a lot of actually kind of useless data that I'm calculating because I experimented just considering so many different types of calculations on the data that the game provides just to see where I saw patterns, and eventually what I'd use to develop an algorithm that calculated for me based on any given town archer ratio what my effective hero ratios would be for the entire board. And I play that way. I let it calculate a recommendation and I follow that suggestion in how I spend my gold. And it's been working. It's been working pretty well. So I'm pretty happy with the progress I've made doing math. I'm definitely about to kill myself on Mondo. Please don't die. Don't die. I think that after this wave in Grow Castle, I'm good for an advertisement. I'll take that ad wave. So I'm going to switch it right on over. Switch it on over to the gold wave. Good stuff. Chomp, 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 chomp. Take those spikes. You're halfway there. I'm going to get a ×3 boost out of this if I can knock you out in 5 minutes. And if you're halfway and you're not 230 in, yeah, I'm going to start using stingers just to clinch this out. Ooh. It's a shame that my Vicious Bee went off while you were in the egg blocking. That's weak. Weak sauce. All right, got to catch the end of this gold wave. Not going to miss it. We're not distracted. We are, but, not too distracted. Please don't hit me. Ouch, you hit me. It was busy blacking my screen for Grow Castle. Cool, Kyle. Absolutely. Thank you for your enthusiasm. You just made my day. As soon as I beat Mondo Chick, everyone buckle your seatbelts. It's time for a walkthrough on the spreadsheet. Basically, the data I'm using is damage reports. I take the damage reports. I'm considering the level of my heroes and what their next level cost is. And those are the most important ones. That's the most important data I'm using. I think that sums up a lot. Of course, the current wave is important data. There's a lot of calculation. And that's what I'm using to determine where I spend my money. There's, of course, also a lot happening where I consider how much money I make passively over time and how that compares to what it will cost to maintain the ratios. So there's a lot of calculation going on about, is my build affordable? And making sure that I can construct a build that's within my budget. That's a whole nother end of things. But I'll walk through first how I'm calculating recommended ratios for my heroes, because that's definitely, I think, the more interesting end. Other people have spreadsheets where they'll be able to tell you how much it costs to keep your heroes at those ratios for the season and how much money you make over time. I had a lot of fun going overboard, and I'm like, I'm going to figure it out. I type in damage report. It says, make Dorothy 0.035. I'm like, okay. Okay. That's it. Big sheet, best sheet. Thank you, Kyle. Come on, Tiger. We had to save that until it came out of the egg. You're so helpful picking up my tokens, but we wanted to wait on that one. Oh no, there's only 30 seconds left. Throw a stinger, throw a stinger. I want the ×3. I'm not even going to use it. I'm not even going to use my ×3 Mondo Blessing because I'm just going to play Grow Castle. But I want it. It actually does make better drops, and I would like some micro converters. That'd be good for a later Bee Swarm grind. That'd be really good. I think 1 or 2 more waves, and then I get to run an ad wave. I wasn't keeping perfect track, but it's probably just 1. I think that... There we go. Mondo's down. ×2. It took me 5 minutes, 2 seconds. I was 2 seconds late for ×3. Wah. Womp womp. Should have used more stingers. Should have gotten 1 more Vicious Bee token outside of block. So close. All right, we'll pick up all these goodies. Still at 4 microconverters. I'm not super impressed by the amount of microconverters I'm getting. It's 0. That's all right. I spent all my luck on the gummy sprout, the epic sprouts. I said right as I picked up a microconverter. That didn't actually happen, but I said it hoping to make it happen. It would have been so perfectly timed. Oh well. Can't have everything. That's okay. Come on. There's my field dice. That's a nice little gift. There's a microconverter. That's nice. All right, I'm satisfied. Thanks. Thanks for the microconverter and the field dice. Those are important, replenishable consumables. Can carry a certain maximum of. You end up using them. That's a lot of pollen that I'm just randomly getting. I love you, Mountaintop. All right, time to go change this pollen to honey and get back to Grow Castle. I'll start the ad wave and log that damage report and talk. Let's talk about this spreadsheet. Okay, yeah, let's just really just talk about this spreadsheet. We're gonna get into it. Yeah, Kyle, this Roblox is interesting. Of course, I play a lot of games with kids, and that's gotten me to play a lot of Roblox. And I found a handful of games on Roblox that are actually good. Like, there are some good developers out there that are making Roblox games and that are doing very well on the platform. Hey, I get to roll an item. Garbage! Materialize. Excellent. You're doing Infinity Calling right now. Once you finish, you'll send me a damage report on Discord since you used Dorothy and Alice at the same levels. Very, very neat. That's cool. I'd love to see how they perform in your build. It's interesting, you know, depending on the company that the units are in, they will perform very differently. So I imagine our similar leveled witches could be performing very differently, especially given items and skill points and the other ways you can configure it differently with the same heroes. Thanks for sharing that. Love putting heads together. Hey, I'm doing pretty well. We just started the season today. I am 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th greatest contributor in the Thunder Thumpers right now. I'm loving Bunbunism for the name of the guild that I know you just saw on screen. Here's what I'm doing. I'm logging damage reports. I'm taking the average. Yeah, we're doing the walkthrough now. Here we go. Get ready. Buckle your seatbelts. I'm getting the average damage that the unit does over the course of a wave. Over the course, while tracking many waves so that I get an average, cover some inconsistencies. You know, some waves have more flying troops, and if I'm looking at flying orc and I'm looking at angels and I'm wondering how much damage they do overall, I need to consider when there is and isn't flyers. I see. So, well, Carter, you're earlier in the game. I think you're sitting around that 80k waves. I try to be conscious of my language while I am in Bunland, though I know a lot of Bun kids, the 12 and under, who explore language and explore curse words. And I think it's just important to understand the context of them and that they do have a nature that's offensive to some people, and you'll get mixed reception. Some people won't like it, some people will. The important thing is just to understand what other people's limits are around curse words. That's what I say on my Bunland Discord. I'm like, if someone asks you not to curse, don't. Otherwise, just know who you're talking to. Some friends curse together and it's fine with them. And yeah, I keep it friendly. And because I know that some people prefer not to have to hear curse words, I respect that when I'm in the live setting and I don't have the opportunity to check with everyone. I'm not in a direct conversation with everyone. So out of respect for those either younger members or older parental members who prefer to not be hearing it, it's the Thunder Thump, the Thunder Fudge, the Thunder Truck. There's a lot of great ways to describe my loving Grow Castle guild. Anyway, so here's the deal. I'm looking at their average damage. I'm calculating based on their level and the rather complicated formula for determining hero level cost. I'm determining what their next level costs in gold. Then this column. This column. Damage, average damage per next level cost. This is a number that I use to determine the general effectiveness and power of a unit. I'm looking at who's going to give me the most damage per dollar. I love that. Thank you, Kyle, second best Grow Castle guild. I know the first is your own. Um, the So, you know, I'm like, okay, so on average, town archers are doing 516,000 damage, and let's say they must cost about. I'm gonna cancel this wave for a second. They cost 38 million, or 38, yeah, 38 million. So if I consider, it looks like, what am I doing here? I'm dividing E4 by AR4. Oh, it's so complicated, and I don't want to dig for what AR4 is. It's in here. It is the next level cost, the cost of their next level, which is calculated wrong. No, it's slightly off. I'm fudging it. My calculations are slightly off. It's close enough that I'm like, that's accurate enough for me. My spreadsheet is predicted pretty well. Whatever I'm doing, my formula is slightly off for determining Archer's next level cost. But that's fine with me. It's close enough. How close is like my Dorothy prediction? Dorothy is, ooh, way off. I should fix this. That's going to be important. Why are you reporting that? Oh no, there's errors in my math. Errors in my math. You're doing... So this will be good. I'll dig into this. A lot of these are approximate and close, but why are you saying so much and actually costing so little? I'll have to check all of my equations for determining their cost increases. Yeah. Town archers, it's good that you know that, Kyle. Of course you do. Nice, yeah. And Carter, you're doing the fire stuff. I didn't run the fire build. Town archers scale pretty easily. It just adds 1,000 every time. I think it's a little wonky in the very beginning. There's like some cheaper levels early on, which is why I'm like slightly off. Maybe I just missed a 0 here, actually. And that would make this right. Did that make it right? No. No, it didn't. It didn't. This is like some flat base value being subtracted. It is so darn close. So darn close. What happens if I just take this off entirely, though? Let's just remove that flat thing that I'm adding. And it gets, I don't know, the same? It doesn't matter, right? Let's make sure that we're doing our order of operations correctly here. Because now I'm like skeptical of all of my math. I'm like, oh no, my estimates are way off, and I haven't checked my under the hood numbers in a long time. A long time. Nice. I ran physical Carter for a while. Now I get to do real math. I get to figure out what's wrong with my spreadsheet that's calculating next levels wrong. Next level cost, you're off. Lisa, you are at level 10,000, and why is it like double? Why is your next level cost reporting 90 when it's actually 50? What is, this is wild that my spreadsheet's been this far off for this long, and apparently in a way that's like even across all the units. They're all off by a similar proportion so that it's been working. Oddly, it's been working. What's, I just want to know what this ratio is. Like, what is, I'm actually 90, but my spreadsheet thinks I'm 130. I'm like the actual 70%. But I actually want to know that the other way around. I'm saying 130, but it's actually 90. I'm about 1.4 times over. Whoops, didn't mean to close that. Now we get to do some work. This is the work building the spreadsheet. I have done so much of this, and it is so much fun to me. I love this part. Let's talk about Lisa. There's something not weird happening. Lisa, you are 50K. Or rather, I'm seeing 90, you're saying 50. It's not scaling right. There's something very off. Very off here. Let's go to where I'm... This is referencing AV and AJ. Let's look for V and J. That's going to be this way. You're talking about what's your worth at one level and what's your worth at V and J. Ooh. Your current worth versus your next level worth. That's right. Under the hood, I'm determining what's your net worth as a unit, and what's your net worth as a unit at the next level. So as if you were your current level plus 1. Which means somehow I'm calculating my net worth wrong. And for heroes. Let's see if I can neaten this up. So if you're checking if J6, which I believe is their current level, if I haven't reported a current level and it's blank, leave this cell blank. Otherwise, if it's under the level 5,000, it means that their current worth is the cumulative price of all their previous levels times 3,000. It scales by 3,000. I've got a checker to see if it's equipped. I can turn them off with that. Okay, that's fine. If you're less than 10,000, but more than 5,000, then your net worth is... I'm going to change this. I don't know if this constant is correct. I'm going to get rid of my constants, and I'm going to replace them with the formula. Because the idea here is your net worth at that point would be... They start scaling at 4,000 per level at that point. So what I need is the amount that you'd be at 4,000... This is going to be complicated. It's really funny. If you multiply a number by itself plus 1 and divide the result by 2, you actually get the sum of like all numbers, like a factorial. Like let's do 100 for example, and I'm going to play with math for just a moment to understand why this is how I'm calculating the net worth of a unit to then determine the next level cost. Maybe actually I can just forget that and determine the next level cost based on their current level, which may be easier. No, I need the net worth for a lot of the calculations I'm doing. Never mind. I need to get this right. So 100. No, I'm not going to. It's a really fun math lesson, but it's a little involved. And I just got defeated in a wave. So we're going to take a break from my broken math that I will fix and watch this. What's wrong with my build? What's wrong with you? And why has my calculations been serving my build so well, in spite of my math being so off? I guess it's close enough to be approximately effective. But that's encouraging to know that I can make it even better. I got destroyed in wave. Was it by flyers? I gotta pay attention this time. Gotta pay real close attention. Don't win. Okay. Lost 3 times. Good stuff. Yeah, physical tree with the Dark Ranger, really good. I really want that. That's what I'm working towards. So ground's getting through. So I need a lot more. My golems and giants I'm looking at, and I'm like, you're my champions, be my champions. And I'm going to give them a little more money to keep up with ground troops, I think. Thank you for sending me a proper town archer ratio, or town archer formula. And thanks for letting me know that it's coming on Discord, because I wasn't looking at Discord. Eyes on Discord now. Eyes are on Discord. Cool. And let me know on Discord if my YouTube stream goes down. Actually, no. I can keep an eye on it. I just need to move some windows around. Off-screen management. Yeah, we're managing windows off-screen. Okay. There is a Google Doc. All good if I share this Google Doc on stream? Question mark? If you don't mind me sharing, I will. But I will wait for permission because I know a lot of people put a lot of work to this and some people like to keep their trade secrets. And that's fine. And you think it's right anyway. Well, we'll see in a moment. I'll plug it in. So I'm going to want to change these constants to things that I calculate. I'm going to start breaking this out a lot more. Whoops. It's Control Enter. Control Enter. If it's blank, leave it blank. Otherwise, if it's less than 5,000, calculate less than 5,000. Otherwise, if it's less than 10,000, I'm going to want it to be the amount that you would get from your first 5,000 levels. Because at the 5,000th level, it starts going up. So if I did this cost for 5,000 levels, I would have a different number than I'm seeing as my constant. So I did my math wrong. This, but instead of JC6 or J6, I'm just going to say it's 5,000. I was level 5,000. I did 5,000, or did I do 4,999? Because the 5,000th level is the one that went up in price. So I have that many. Now I'm coming up on, and I'm curious, I think that I just discovered where the error was, which is great. Yeah, that's a different number. Cool, I'm fixing my spreadsheet, Now that amount plus, now I want to look at the current level times 4,000. But, so that's plus this, but I want that to be minus. This is going to consider if I'd done all levels at 4,000. That I don't want. What I want is for you to do all levels at 4,000 minus those levels that would have been before 4,000. So I'm talking about this much. Talking about this much. You may include values for 5,000 and above, but not 49.99 below. So you get the previous plus the current minus the overflow current that I'm calculating, and then we go into the next, which is going to be, if you're not that, you're over 10,000. So now you get to be this. Oh, this is going to be fun. This is going to be really funny. Instead of this number, I'm going to say you get the amount that you got from the 30,000. That's important. Or the first 5,000. Plus, Control Enter, the amount that you get from the next, which is going to be this amount. Very cool, very cool. And that's all in its own parentheses. It's going to be this amount. But instead of J6, it's going to be when we were at level 9999. And then that is going to be plus this, the current level minus the overflow. I broke it! Yes! Where did I miss a parenthesis? It's a parsing error, right? Formula parse error, yeah. Okay. Whew. Let's go through it. Let's go through it. Patient process, building the spreadsheet. We're gonna do it. It's a lot of parentheses. Very cool. The if, oh, do I have an extra paren? That's it? No. Am I missing parens? No. Okay, so that's the big if. I'm gonna start showing where these end. You're the next in. You close that if. Let's do this proper. We're gonna be a programmer about it. You close the next if. You're a part of this. Let's see. You close. This is fun. Man, you close the condition of if you're lower than 10,000. That doesn't sound right. I think that I've missed my paren somewhere earlier, because that closes this whole if. That's open too far. Why are you open that far? Where do you close? It's hard to see where it's highlighted. Where should you close? I have if you're that, then you're this. And now I have an extra one on the end, which is fine, because now that lines up. That's a little better. And then I believe that's the point where I say, okay, now you're over, so you're this. Yes. And that's properly closed. Okay. Whew! We fixed it. Wow. Now, you're the same formula, but with K6 instead of J6. And that'll work great when I just go, pop. Interestingly, you didn't change. Was my formula right? That's so discouraging. Because now, none of those numbers changed. I definitely neatened it up. It looks a lot nicer, but there's something wrong with my formula outside of that. I neatened it up. It looks beautiful. I'm getting the same numbers. They don't match what I see in game. Okay, let's keep working at it. Go ahead and show this on screen. I got really absorbed in the math there. I got behind on the chat. What up, Cover Jojo? Glad you're here. Point of view. Bunbun is streaming. Let's you have the formula for castle also. I think I have that. I think my castle's only slightly off. Let's see. Castle should be 104. There I am practicing Friday Night Funkin'. My castle next cost shows 103. I'm close. Bleh. Bleh. Yeah, I'm not calculating that quite right. Okay, so why is this off? Why is this off? What is your value at this point? I don't know where I'm off. That's the problem. I don't know where I'm off in my calculation. I want to have that right. Where am I off? It's a pretty advanced formula. A lot of conditionals because they just raw jump the price up at certain levels. I think it might be easier instead of calculating... No, that's right, because I'm doing current net worth. So I need to know your net worth up to that point. I don't know if anyone knows a different formula for the heroes that I don't. Oh, was I stuck on a wave here, actually? Right? I'm losing in Grow Castle. I'm losing in Grow Castle and in my spreadsheet right now. And we're doing the work. Losing's the fun part because that's when you've got room to improve. So I'm gonna watch this wave. That's right, ground troops. Ground troops are through. That's all it was. Which means I want to give money to Golem's Giants, but I'm like not sure how much now that my spreadsheet is lying to me. Thank you for trying to find the hero formula, Kyle. I've tried to make one, and with moderate success. Let's see, that is all contained there. Yes, that's the amount that it would be if they were less than 5,000. They're not. So I'm not using that number. And they're not less than 10,000. So skipping all of this up to the comma also. They are more than that. So you're reporting this, which is wrong, unfortunately. You're the amount of all the levels that cost 3,000 plus all the levels that cost 4,000 plus the cost of levels above 10,000 times the equipped checker. Yeah. Let's see that all my parentheses line up, because if they were off a little bit, and I'm going to look at this top one, that one should reach all the way back. Why does it only reach there? Oh, this one reaches all the way back. So I'm kind of looking at it like this. I've contained, this is my above 10,000. This is my 5,000, my 5 to 10, and then my 10 and above. Okay. Let's give myself some gold and grow castle. Losing to ground troops. Yes, I am. So I want to spend my money on giants and golems. I know that I'm bringing them up to speed in my build. Even with my calculations off, I estimate they're good and getting better. So I know I want to give my money to them. The question is, in what proportion and how much? The answer is, let me fix my formula. You're building a piggy Lego set? That's awesome. That's great. Is it like the piggy that we know and love from Roblox? Because of course there's a piggy Lego, if that's the case. Why is the gold HUD on? I was running a gold wave to get an ad. That's why. Now I'm back to my waving build. And I don't care if my gold build loses a little bit sometimes. That's fine. I'm not as worried about tweaking it perfectly. I'll give it time here and there. Now, why does this what is this paren close to? The very end. This whole thing is one number, of course. Well, it's encased twice. That's unnecessary. So I'll remove that just to clean it up a little bit. That's enclosed there, that's enclosed there. That's okay, that's accurate. That's good. They're in good places. This one closes where it ought to. This one closes, I suppose, where it ought to, because that one's there. Okay, cool. That works. Oh, I can turn off the gold HUD and get less lag. Got it. Let me check that, because that's a good point. Let's go. Performance mode, please. Thanks. I got lazy because my Pixel 3a has kept up with it no problem. So that's nice. But every now and then it does get laggy, and sometimes I'll just reboot the phone and it gets better. And the emulator on my computer has had no trouble with it either, so I just lazily left that on. I wonder how big the piggy Lego set is. There's another... You know what? Actually, total honesty, see a lot of similarity between the work of working with a Lego set and working with my spreadsheet right now. It's this focused, methodical, kind of logical, things click together kind of work. And on a certain level, the experience and the feeling and the enjoyment I get out of building Legos is similar to what I'm getting out of building my spreadsheet right now. Poison Castle causes lag, I've been told by a lot of people also. Because I have not been experiencing lag problems, I've left it. If I switch to a device that has lag problems, it's going to be like Lightning Castle all the way, because I'm probably going to get that stun node. And the castle base doesn't make... Or actually, no, it's Ice Castle, because Ice Castle's good. And FX bosses, which is the most important thing. Maybe I should just have Ice Castle, because that's better than the completely negligible damage that I'm getting from the Poison Castle. Here I go, just changing up my build. I'm going to change that on every deck. We're going to put that Ice Castle in. Thanks, Kyle. You've been prompting me to make a lot of adjustments to my build in this stream. That's been super helpful, no joke. Power Glove and Skip Me to Death. No regard for my build safety, just do it. Give me ×3 game speed. Yes, town archers are a huge lag factor, that's true. I use town archers rough. That's my life. Good thing I have devices that handle it. Where does that paren closes there? Okay. So I've got this kind of happening. I'm just really trying to keep this parsed well. Okay. It all seems right. If it's less than 5,000, this. And I just want to include it all in parentheses to be sure. It's enclosed by the comma. There's no way. Just looks nice. Cool. That opens there. Yeah, I moved everything up. Okay. Thank you. I'm so glad that I'm entertaining. Yay, I did it! Woo! Bunland exists thing. And yeah, I don't know. I get the builds that Well, actually, I don't get the builds that use TA as a slow support because Thornbow is so good. So it's pretty hard to pass up on. If you're going to be doing a build where your town archers aren't doing damage anyway, and you're relying on heroes, Thornbow though, there are slowing accessories and easier ways to get the slow, I think. But maybe not. I've got Thornbow on now actually, and my town archers are still a good bit of damage support. They're my solid 6th damage dealer. They're carrying enough weight that I enjoy their contribution. I really consider everyone's even smaller contributions to be a part of the calculation, and I'm keeping town archers on. Unpopular opinion, I like town archers, even at lower ratios. And, you know, there's a lot of wisdom in just taking them off. So I don't know. You can just move that money into other people that'll do really well with it too, and people win that way. So I don't know what to say about my town archers. I don't know what to say about my calculation for the next level cost either. DAF, I know, and DAF has made spreadsheets for the guild and has a beautiful spreadsheet, and I should check out his hero cost formula because I'm off. I'm off somewhere here. How am I off? What if for a moment I imagined this didn't exist? That's not the case. That's just not the case. What have I spent previously? This amount plus that amount. Let me think about this. Let me think about this real hard. If I'm saying I gained this much from my levels up to 5,000, then after 5,000, I started paying from this amount. No, that's my net worth, not the level cost. You see, this is where I need to start doing level cost based on current level. Right. It jumps to the current level cost is J6 times 4,000. Straight up. That's the current level. So I'm going to add that much. If I take all the J6s before that and remove them, am I coming up to the right number? Yeah. Because I get the amount of... My number's been coming out high, and I just discovered why. This isn't a perfect formula. I'm calculating extra gold cost as I add levels here, the way I'm doing this. I'm not removing a constant exactly. Your net worth is increasing by the new amount spent, so it's actually just going to be 1,000 more than before for every level, but it's going to be a factorial. I think I'm close. I can feel it. And this is the fun part where math is somewhat intuitive. You know, I'm like feeling this. I have this number of how much I spent on this unit up to level 5,000, and then at level 5,000, I need to add this, you know, this next level cost goes up to, it's now saying this amount that I've got highlighted that I'm going to show big for a moment. This amount plus 5,000 times 4,000. That would be the next level. Would equal their net worth at level 5,000 once you bought the 5,000th level. I'm glad, Kyle, that you enjoy math so much and are looking into a career. I could have been an accountant and been paid well, but instead I decided to be a school teacher in America, which has worked out great. Here I am in Bunland. I'm like living my life as myself, and I love it. But my goodness, America, can you value school teachers just a little more, please? Just so I can live in LA. All right, I'm done complaining. So if I have this and I add that, I need essentially this second line to equal 5,000 plus 4,000, or 5,000 plus or times 4,000 if Dorothy were Whoops. If Dorothy were that level. Let's imagine for a moment that Dorothy is level 5,000. So that we're using that calculation. It should be, and I want to know on my calculator, this number. Can I just copy that? Oh, let's go. I missed a 0. That's okay. Copy, paste. Add a 0. Bonk. That number plus 5,000 times 4,000, which I should have done first. Clear. 5,000, because this, I don't want to use the memory or whatever. 5,000 times 4,000 plus that number with an extra 0 on the end equals this. It should be this number. Now, tell me, I idled too long in Bee Swarm. I'm distracted. We're grow castling. Tell me, what does this equal? Bingo! I nailed it. I nailed it. That's exactly right. Now, that's my current net worth now. Whew. Let's copy that number. And then let's add another level to it. I'm going to say I've got that, and I'm going to go from 5,000 to 5,001. So I'm going to buy the level 5,001, which is going to cost 4,000 times that. I'm spending this much on it. Added to my previous net worth. And now equal this much. Question, is my equation right? Answer, yes. Answer, the error is probably in my calculation for units above 10K and not below, which is encouraging to see that I'm elementary. To answer your question, Kyle, I'm an elementary teacher. I work with kids. I work at a private school with an alternative model with multi-age groups. So I get to work with kids from ages like 5 to 12 on the regular. My particular group that I focus on is the 8 and 9-year-olds. Maybe I'll switch to 10 and 11 next year. I don't know. We always sometimes switch people. Nice. I'm getting DM'd pictures now of progress on the Piggy Lego. This is awesome. Let me know if you can join in on Bee Swarm Simulator. I'll even reconnect the Bee Swarm Simulator, get grinding on that stump snail a little more, and then get back to fixing this formula. I'm close. And the fact that I've got a, wow, this is not my server. Off screen, join the server. Where's that window? There's that window. Join that server. Probably got about 15 to 30 minutes left for the stream here, so I'm going to try and finish my spreadsheet fixing before that happens. Okay, cool. I am now in-game in Bee Swarm, so it's easy to join my server because you can just join me. I'll get back on over to the stump, the place to idle in Bee Swarm. Beat that stump snail up. Yeah, it takes a long time. There it is. Pick up these treats. Thanks, cub buddy. All right. I'll grab that one token there and poke you with the vicious bee, do a ton of damage, and be on my way. Okay. So my calculations are good there. Now, let's do some manual calculation to get what my net worth would be at this level. Because, wow. I wonder, am I right? It's going to be really hard to do the math. Does my math was good. My math was good and scaled correctly for this. So I know and can trust that this that I copied over is correct. I do want to encase all of... Oop. I did the control enter thing. Oh no, I've messed things up. What have I done? What have I done? Oh no. Oh no. Okay, good. I think I fixed it. I think it added a paren at the very end for me to fix the error that I made. To be sure, Let's just copy that back up. This one's right. Oh no, this one's old. Undo. I did more formatting since then. It's good. I trust it. I can see... Oh, no, I'm off. I'm missing a close paren somewhere. I think it's here. Donk. That's closed now. This one's closed on its line. This one's closed on its line. But what I wanted to do was say, I want another one here to really close off this whole thing and say that's, you know, that's the previous, that's from my all levels up to 10,000. That's my value. That's how much I'm worth. And I just determined that that equation was working properly. So I'm going to leave it. And I'm going to trust that that amount is how much my net worth is when I'm at level 9,999. We're going to live there for a minute. And then, and after 10K, they increase by 5K per level. So here's where I'm going to attempt to calculate that. Let's take this and put it in the clipboard. We're going to copy that happy number. At this point, their next level cost is going to be... Well, let's get it straight from the game, first of all. If I'm looking at a unit that's level 10,000, the next level cost is 50 million. Or, yeah, 50 million. So if I'm looking at my happy little calculator, and I'm like, what is 10,000 times the 5,000 per level that it scales? It's 50 million. That looks good. That looks very good. Now, if I'm looking at this number and I'm level 10,000, this number should be 50 million. It is. That's encouraging. Riddle me this. When I add 50 million to the net worth, and I'm here as my net worth, which is a new number, I'm wondering, well, that's my net worth after I go to level 1. No, don't do that. No, just don't change it. I changed my mind. Did I make changes that I want to redo again? Yes, I messed up. So annoying, trying to click out of things. Okay, and then I was like, I want to enclose this in parentheses and nest them. A lot of unnecessary parentheses in here, but I'm just parsing it out. There we go, plus the new value. Now, back where we were, calculator, great. That's my worth at this level with one more. Undo. What's happened? What did I do? Unknown function, J6. Oh no. Oh no. Undo. Did I just lose that progress again? Answer, yes. Let's do it again. Having a hard time working Google Sheets. We're a patient person. It's fine. We'll be fine. I do want this nested. I'm going to do it one more time. Enter. I feel like I should like save or something. Reach over here. Click. Enter. Mine. Backspace. 1. Boom. Does the current net worth equal this number on my calculator? The answer. Maybe. Can I get there? No. Ha-ha! It's increased way too much. I found an error. My goodness. How exciting. Ooh, I'm just so happy that I found this error. How much did it increase by? Quite a bit. Quite a bit more than 5 million. Quite a bit. In fact, exactly twice as much. Plus 5,000. How interesting. How interesting. Okay, so what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong that you increased by twice as much as you should? And plus 5,000. There's that. This minus that. I'm trying to look at where all my parentheses end. So it's the plus 1, then times itself, then divided by 2, then multiplied by 5,000. This is looking good. That amount minus the amount you'd get if you were, and this was copied from before, right? Or is there a problem in this? Let's see, how did I do? That plus 1 times itself divided by 2 times 5,000 per level is then enclosed twice, totally unnecessarily. I'll fix that while I'm here. Enclosed once, and then all of that's checked by my am I equipped number that I don't really use anymore. And then it's all enclosed to be added to the previous net worth, which is correct. And this came out correct at 10,000, but as soon as I added the 1, it scaled improperly. What have I done? How did it increase so much? How is my formula so similar, yet functioning so poorly? Why is this number in parentheses? Did that change anything? The answer is no. Of course not. It shouldn't have. I would have been baffled to had it. Interesting. I wonder why you're not working. Why are you calculating like 100 million 5,000 per level? Why? While I ponder this, I'll run another gold wave in Grow Castle and have more money to fix my problems with. Perplexing. This is the work that I've done in this spreadsheet. In any case, the numbers are wrong right now. I like how my target net worth is wild. How did that happen? Oh, because the target net worth is way different than the current level. That's what it is. Yeah, because at 10,000, my next level cost should just be 5,000, but it's 85 million for some reason. Why is it 85? And then it goes up by 5,000, up by 5,000. Now here we go. Now I'm looking at the right number. I need to look at this column. Forgot that I'm showing the next level cost already. Okay. So it's just 35 million up flat. Does that continue? Like, yeah, I just maintain that 35 million. Where'd the extra 35 million come from? It's cool to see. I could adjust it. I could just add a flat, subtract 35 million, and it would arguably fix it. Oops. I keep thinking Shift Enter is gonna do the new line. 35, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's it. Now, how do I look? I look like my next level cost is way off. It's worse. How interesting. It got higher. I think that I wanted to say, let's just real quick enclose all of it in between those, and then I'll say, oh, come on, work with me. Work with me here. I said this very wrong. All of that plus that, and all of that minus this. Okay. Now my next level cost is very high for some reason. If I remove that and leave the unnecessary parentheses, my next level cost goes down. Now I'm confused. Now I am delightfully very confused. What's with my calculation that's producing that result? I thought I was lowering the number, but I was increasing it. And 35, yeah, it increased by 35 when I subtracted there. Curious. Very curious. Thanks for reminding me that I'm running tab. My favorite group to teach. Thanks, Kyle. That's so easy to do, just to forget that I'm burning some tab. I'm always like, that's how I use my tab, is in accidental spurts at a time. That's how I run it. I so appreciate you drawing my attention to that. Keep that limited tab available. My favorite group to teach, I really enjoy working with the older kids because they're at a level where they are ready to develop a certain level of mastery with skills. I love teaching music. I love teaching math. So I love working with kids that are ready to take those to a really interesting level. I offer game design at the school, and I really enjoy the kinds of games that the older kids come up with because they get a little more really deeper, complex, and logical. I also really enjoy some of the freeform, imaginative, and exploratory play that many of the games designed by younger kids, kind of offer. So not to say that I don't enjoy working with all the age groups in the yard. You run Gold Auto Battle 24/7. That's really good. I wish that I could do that. My Gold Auto Battle is not yet profitable, but I nailed those King Slimes before they even reached the castle. I guess I had Power Glove equipped and Power Gloving my way through some 20 skips, just to really break my build. Ugh. So I guess I don't understand why, but I can go ahead and say this plus 35, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 35 million. And that will be the adjustment I was looking for. I don't know why my next level cost is still the 5,000 up. I forgot that there was that constant also. So if I add this constant, it's correct. Is it correct at the next level? Is it correct 50 levels in? Did that fix it? Is that the answer? I don't know why that's the answer. I could only work it backwards from the calculation. I couldn't theory craft it up. But if that fixes things, then I want to get my Dorothy level right here so that my data stops saying, level Dorothy the 54,000, oh my gosh, why is Dorothy doing so much damage at level 10k? They're worth so much. Okay, let's calm down, build. Let's get it. Also, you should try a GCSE maths test. I would enjoy seeing that test. My school has a really interesting approach to education that is more social emotional than academically focused. So the level of math and the style and approach to teaching math that I do at my school is very atypical. There we go. Now, this is interesting. Now that I'm getting my numbers right, I have undervalued heroes because I've considered them with a much higher next level cost than they actually have. So now my whole spreadsheet is like, whoa now. Why are you running town archers so high? The heroes are worth way more. You can lower town archers considerably and start giving a lot more money to your heroes. Let's rebalance things. The spreadsheet's fixed. That did it. It took some digging. Definitely took some digging and some work. And I'm going to hide these under the hood numbers again now that I'm done servicing them. And I'm going to look at my damage cost versus how much I'm saving. Find my target town archer ratio that is much lower than I'd originally thought it would be. My math was very off. Wow. Let's aim for a 0.0382. And my angels are worth money again. Angels and Alice both worth Golems, giants, big worth. Which is the approximation I was working with from the numbers before. All the numbers relative to each other. The only thing that was off was my relationship between heroes and Tarn archers. My relationship heroes to other heroes was calculated correctly. Which is now why I see following the formulas as they were, even though they were off, we're still offering a useful prediction and taking me in the right direction. Now I also see that I'm not affordable over that. Oh, no. Let's consider, what if I'd paid off wave 0? How affordable is my build? Not super affordable. All of my hero ratios just got way higher. We'll see. As I continue to level them and optimize the placement of 500 million gold, it may end up being cheaper to maintain than currently projected. So I'm not too worried about that initial... I'm glancing over here now at a lot of my... calculating how much money I make over time versus how much money it'll cost to maintain the ratios my build's asking for right now over time. And right now I'm a little behind that projection. But the build is still improving and the ratios are working at lower and lower levels. So we'll see how that progresses. That may change. Do send me the link to the GCSE math test. I am interested. Definitely always looking into it. Let's see. I want to do a little more here with Grow Castle because I want to see what my build's final recommendation is here as I get some more damage reports down. Let's take down this other one. That's exciting. I fixed my spreadsheet. I'm adjusting many elements of my build. I need to seriously consider summon only once. Poor Alice is definitely getting the shaft now that Dorothy is a big time player. I expect my build's projection that Alice is with some money to shift. So I continue to take down the new damage reports with the new skill tree. We'll see how that lines up. Nice, you were sending it to me just as you said. I see that the message just came through on Discord. Awesome. Flying Orcs did well. Must have been a good number of flyers this wave. Angels didn't do well alongside them, curiously. Angels did average, so they're fine. Barracks and Worm. 683-26102-863-3755960. That's that. That's a damage report. Bop, bop. Clear that out of the way. Shout out to my automatic cat feeder. In case that's audible, I hope it was. Ah, there it is. These are the exams. And nice. I'll take a look at that because it'll give me an idea of math curriculum that I love trying to workshop. It's fun to try and work out creative ways to present that curriculum at my school in the unique way that we teach. Welcome DocsDO to the Bunbun Discord. Everyone look alive. There's a link to the Discord in the description. You can go ahead and you can join, and while the live shuts down and we stop playing live, the play never stops. It's always continuing. I'm going to go ahead and drop here on the Discord a hearty welcome. Here we go. At DocsDO. The Grow Castle takeover continues. Let's go Thunder Thumpers. Call us by our Bunbun name on the Bunbun Discord server. And keep on waving. I think that now that I'm pleased with the calculations my build is doing, I'm going to throw that horn back on there. Stress my build. Break it. The GCSE is the exams English people sit when they're 16. Good to know. Thanks for letting me know the age group that's targeted at. That's definitely going to be math at a higher level than my kids are at the younger age, but it's fun to look at what it is you're doing at 16 and imagine some of the foundations that you'll need for that. Of course, I probably know most of that already. It's my job. Okay, I was half health when the bosses came, but it was fine. That was no problem. I'm going to wiggle in Bee Swarm so that I don't time out. Done. Then I'm going to take a happy little damage report because every time I clear a wave, I get one, and I'm not sure how many of these waves I'm going to clear the way that I've pushed my build past its limit. But put that in. Keep on waving. Damage report. Finally, the golems and giants are taking the lead. I wonder if their average is going to turn out higher than the witches now. Dorothy did well for herself, or rather Alice did, in spite of Dorothy's new dominance with the new wand skill tree node. 67054690. I'm so impressed with the golems. The golem master is very strong. I think that's a little bit relatively undiscovered because of the recent change that added the golems skill tree nodes that has made them that strong in this build. I also have everything spec'd into summoning units, so I am definitely getting the best golem master there can be, for the record. But I bet they're good enough to be good in a build that doesn't have quite as much summon focus as mine does, but has some. Probably at least the summoning tree. I missed someone. Who did I miss? I got the 210 on Lisa. I didn't get the 132.80 on the barracks. There we go. Done. Beam, 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 beam. And still winning waves. Still winning waves. Bun wants to be the very best, like no Bun ever was. Bam, bam, bam. To master the golems was his quest. Train them is my cause. I need to tune this. I gotta learn the chords to the Pokemon theme song. That's like obvious. Obviously something I should know how to play. What key could I play that in? E minor. E minor is the key to play it on recorder. For anyone curious that wants to learn that song, I recommend picking it up in E minor. I just learned silly songs like that the kids ask me to learn at school, and then that's how I teach them music. Pokemon is great. I'm so glad that Pokemon has stayed popular all these years because it deserves it. I teach kids ukulele and recorder, so I have them at quick draw, usually always. Usually always. Yeah, Pokemon has a lot of good music. Battle themes, too, are all really good, even in many, many different versions, although I'm partial to classic blue-red, because that's what I grew up with. You know how it goes. Get to my gold wave here, because we're going to spend some gold. I'm going to have some fun. I'm going to spend some gold, but I want a good number of damage reports before I do. Dink, donk, dink. Do I hear a Mondo chick in the distance? Is that what I hear up there? Hey, Mondo. I'm going to pass on you right now because I've only got a little bit of time left to stream and kind of really want to play Grow Castle and knock this out. Let's get at it. We're here, we're here. We're waving. I want this damage report. Close to the next 20 skip. You know, actually I've been playing a bunch of Pokemon trading card game again. Some of the kids at school are getting into it, which I love. Brought in my old collection, looking at all the old cards. Pokemon trading card game is very guilty of power creep. My old cards are now garbage. They can't perform against their contemporaries, which is fine. Wait, Bake is here? No way. Bakeware's in here? That'd be so great. I thought I didn't think we had Bakeware in the chat. That'd make me happy, though. What a character. Let's get that Alice, who is now like gonna be my 4th place pretty consistently because Dorothy took over all of the damage. Giants, golems. Giants. 304, golems. 1089, 824, 150. And then we got Angels. 974, 770. The Archers still supporting. Haven't given up on you, but letting you fall off. Druid, Edward Orc. Druid. Edward. Orc. Lisa? Yes, Lisa. Barracks. I did this one without screenshotting. I'm just throwing the waving time. 4048768. Donk. Beep beep. Boop boop. No times 3 yet. Bing boom. Not gonna happen in the rest of this play session. I'll have to take off before then. Cool. I do. I said bake opposed to buns. Nice. You do bake buns. That's true. That is true. And we're both a single syllable B name. So, you know, it works. I get it. Oh, need this damage report. This one I'm going to screenshot. I'm going to remember to keep waving. Always be waving. Yay, Duxio is alive in Bunland. They exist. They've spoken. Welcome to the team, Docs. They are a potent waver. They are alongside me and TF main. I can't keep up with them. They go a little faster than I do. I think they've purchased some consumables to arrive where they are. I'm not sure. I would need them to speak for themselves. That was close. That's my favorite kind of win. Really close. 1-0, or sorry, 1. You got 189. That's an average for you, but look at golems at 1.4 billion. What a wave. What a wave for the golems. Very excited about the golems and how good they are. Very excited. 839012128. So excited about the calculations that I got wrong, and that my miscalculation actually meant my build is stronger than I was evaluating it to be. It's actually doing better than I thought. I can move more money down into heroes just across the board. They're all performing better than that. And it's a relief knowing that my build is now reporting something much more accurate. Amazing I was calculating my targets so far off for so long and hadn't noticed all that malfunction under the hood. Who am I talking about? Nice for throwing the C KDG emote from Thunder Fudgers out here. You're referring to Bun. Did I answer the question? Maybe not. When did I start Grow Castle? Thank you. I started Grow Castle in January of this year. No. You were listening. Don't worry. I missed it. I started. It's now July. It was like mid-January. I'm approaching the 7-month crew. 6.5 months. And 500,000 waves. There you go. That is how long. I've been playing a while. A good little while. That's right, I'm paused here because I'm getting the damage report. Damage report. Give me damage. Give me the damage. I'll get a couple more damage reports. I'll get a really current look at my build. I'll spend my money. And that's where we'll sign off. And I'll go on the rest of my American holiday day. Woo woo. See some family and stuff. I'm gonna be getting to spend the evening with my fiance's dad and my fiance, of course. See some fireworks, blow things up patriotically. That's the way. Angels. 224. That's a damage report. That's a damage report, all right. It's a fairly average damage report. I have memorized the order of the units in my list here. But I might switch the ordering of Witches and Golem Giant if they continue to perform similar to what it looks like is happening. Oops, forgot to take down which way this was. It was probably about 353. Close enough. Boop, bop, boop. America's love to blow things up. That is regrettably true, and part of why I guess I'm not super enthused about the holiday. Depending how you want to take that. 2 months. Playing over 2 months, and yeah, you're approaching your 100K mark. You'll probably get there. The pace picks up. The pace picks up as you get further along and you're able to start double waving and stuff. So, you know, you're not in a world where you might not be at 500,000 in 6 months yourself should you stick to the game that long. I'm still contributing well in my guild. I'm doing pretty well. I'm a staunch contributor. Fell behind Doc Chalk, fell behind the leader. Leader of the guild there. Nothing more patriotic than explosions. How could we do better? Let's see. I think I'm ready for an ad wave. I'm also ready for a 20 skip. I also really want to see my build break, but I know that I'm dying to ground troops. So I do know that I'm basically just trying to get an idea of who's the best bang for buck for ground troops, and judging by that splay, let's say I had 40 billion gold and I wanted to spend it proportionally to what you're recommending. Where would I put it? It's something like, I'll probably do like 15 to golems, 10 to giants, and then 5 to Alice and angels each. That sounds good. And then like probably 5 to the castle, 5 to a skill point, and that'll be how I divvy my billions. But let's see, maybe that projection will change. Like, as I'm considering this, I've got 19 reports here. I could drop like, that's 8, 10, 12. I need to drop 12. That's a lot. Let's drop 5 off. Let's drop 5 old reports and say, how did this change? This changed a lot. This changed a lot. My heroes are now worth much more because they're doing much more damage in the new damage reports after money was spent on them. So now we've got some updating to do. Take that 20 skip. Nice, you finished up your Infinity Colony, which takes a long time. I believe it was running this long. Let's see here. I'm curious. I should get docs on some of these lives. That'll happen again. Not tomorrow's Monday. I don't know that I'm going to be able to stream. We do have the day off. We've got plans, so I don't think I'll be streaming again tomorrow. But Tuesday, I've been streaming after school every day. I'm basically running an after-school program that's really fun and more than that. So that's been cool. That time has been working for me really well. You know, given my work schedule, I'm like, I can devote an after-school segment to Bunbun really easily in my schedule. And then, you know, I'm meeting my fiance when they get home from work around 6, and I'm signing off around 6:30 Pacific time, I should say, which is why all y'all UK viewers, I love catching here in the morning when I can on weekends or days off. And perhaps I'll have some late nights, if I can do a Friday night or a Saturday night real late night stream, probably Friday night more often for me, given my schedule. Then I'll go ahead and be able to catch you in your morning, those of you that are free in the morning over there in that time zone. Otherwise, I'm getting a lot of time with many of the kids that share my time zone and schedule, and many other people who have freedom and flexibility to join me when I am available, and I appreciate that, you meeting me there and making Bunland a thing. We in here. We play in Grow Castle. It's a great game. It deserves the attention. We're going to talk about Dorothy, who is unstoppable and is like, you're going to rearrange the order of your damage report? You know you want witches first. Don't even. 6, 7, 7, 5, 6, 3, 1, 2, 6, 9, 7, 8, 1. I wonder if golems will overtake giants. That would be interesting. This is a high damage wave. There was a lot of damage available. Everyone scored high. Everybody. I just took these screenshots out. I don't need to copy it from this screen. I can let you wave. Okay. 303 585 437 237 789 300. Then Orc Lisa 29826 151 125 37 and 4. Okay. There's the damage report for some wave 380, I guess. 15 reports is a lot to get a pretty solid average. My target TA ratio is way too high now. 3.5, 3.55. How about 3.6? Right now, and I'll point out, I'm looking at this down here, my damage, cost, and damage savings. I'm like, how much am I costing to spend to get to these current levels? How much am I saving from the units that are already over given the target ratio I have? I want to make those equal so that my net worth damage-wise is the same. And I'm just considering if I were to move my money between people, who would I move it to make the build more efficient? And then I'm going to follow that guideline to put money in places where I think it'll enable me to run with lower and lower ratios because the money will be distributed in more efficient places. Right now I'm seeing I could drop as far as a 0.03 to archer ratio, which is really low. Really cool. Now that I've fixed my formula, Druid is actually closer to becoming useful than previously I'd imagined. I think that I would like another damage report. It's running out of time. All right. I'm gonna skip this damage report. I'm gonna spend. I'm ready. I'm gonna go ahead and 15 I want to remove. 7 is not a lot, but current is better than old. This shows Alice breaking even because Alice had all their damage stolen by Dorothy. Dorothy, I leveled hard and actually leveled to the point where they are at level for having the wand skill node earlier. They lost it and now they've gotten it back. They're still set. Druid's getting closer after the wand skill node change. That's cool. They have their visible boost. Angels have been close to 0 even this whole time. They still are. That's cool. Giants, golems, still scaling wildly, more than before. After receiving some money, they're like, yes, more please. I will make it into mondo damage. Keep giving me money. That's cool to see. I know who gets my money. First of all, obligatory, keep that castle ratio up. You just get, I'm going to transition now. You get, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-ish. That's enough. I got to keep that up. You're now, I'm going to update in the spreadsheet, 41733. Cool. You're above the ratio I've got targeted. Every time I have a wave that's like really close, I copy over the current ratio of my tower, my castle, and say that's my new target. I got to hold that ratio. I don't want to go lower. And then as my damage gets better, I can sometimes lower that target a little bit. But right now, I've been inching it up. I tried to lower it real hard, and I'm inching it up. So that's good. I want to keep spending money on skill points. I'm going to prestige my mech ram. You can have 5 billion more on your way, I guess, or 8 because I feel generous. Now I've got 27 billion left. If I were to spend like 25, I would give 15 to golems, 5 to giants. Easy, done. Golems have 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 for you. And then that brings you to a happy little level 17,427. And then giants, I'm going to give you 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, thereabouts. A little extra, just for fun. Giants got 18,245. Cool. Now I'm going to go to my damage report, and I'm going to make sure I mark. I spent 15 and 5 on golem and giant. I don't need that one to be bold like I have this one. This is a lot of big change. This is just a little incremental spending. I guess I'll hold the 5 billion for fixing things when they break. But now I have a lot of confidence in my build to wave for a while. I don't expect to see a defeat screen for a little bit here. Cool to see. That's right, Kyle. I forget that you run town archers. I just looked at your build report, or your damage report that you sent me on Discord, and it's like, it's archers, it's the Dark Bowmaster, and then Dorothy, Alice, and Solar. You've got the Fire Witches with the Fire Leader, and they're all, you know, coming in worth about half a DBM, maybe a third a Town Archer. Neat. Very neat. Thanks for sharing. That's really cool information to have. Just to get to see. That's cool. Your leading damage dealers are the Town Archers and the Dark Bowmaster more than the Witches, which is the case in my build. But, you know, you've focused different places. Witches, of course, still very potent. Enjoy a pretty high seat in your build. And I think anyone playing could expect the Witches to be very good for them. because they're really, really, really strong. They're just ridiculously good. But that's that. I spent my money in Grow Castle, feeling confident about my build now. Oh, cool, and you've sent levels. You're much further wave than I am, so you've got people in like the 60 to 80k range for heroes, and your town archers are apparently level 250,000. That is, wow. Mine are not even 40k yet, and you've got 250k. Wow. Wow. So you're saying I sent the levels also, and I'm like, that's how much stream delay I have, because you haven't heard me say I've seen them yet. Wow. That's a very high level town archer. I'm very impressed that you are able to afford that. I wonder what your wave is. And of course, your Dark Bowmaster is the highest level, leading behind them. You got a physical build that's leaning on them, probably physical fire, I imagine, with these incredible performing fire champs beneath them. Dark Assassin even does a little bit of supporting damage on its own, while also providing an incredible buff. And there you go. That's your damage dealers. Sweet build. Sweet. It's lovely. After the next update, you're going to run 350k Town Archer. That's 2 Town Archers are getting a buff in the next update, so I can see why you've got the intention. You're at 1.3 million. Okay. Wow. More than double mine. Oh, not by too much. Maybe I can rein that in a little bit and eventually get to half your wave number. That'll be my goal. I'm half Kyle's waves. Yay! I just need to catch up on you. Theoretically, if we move at similar paces, I'll get there. I'll reach half your wave more quickly than I'd lose progress on that, just because of the math. But if you're going much faster than me, you might preserve that. But I think it'll be hard to continue going twice as fast as I am. I'll eventually reach that. That I think is a reasonable goal, to eventually reach that halfway. Cool. I'm happy. My spreadsheet works. My build works. And now that I've spent down some money, I'm ready to let it idle and take a break. I love idle games because part of the programming into the nature of them is it's worthwhile to take breaks. I think a game that makes it worthwhile to take a break is awesome. Right. Yeah, you can't run double another player's speed. That's really, really hard, especially not a player who's already to mid-game and is devil horning. Right, ×3 speed may make the difference, but I mean, I'm not spending on ×3 speed because I have this philosophy where I don't buy consumables. So if you do, then you'll have that edge on me. Ain't about the pay to win. Cool. I spent a little bit changing my target. Love it. Feeling very good about my build. Great play sesh. I promised I would close down between here and 2 and 2:30, and I'm coming up on 2:30 after the hour now. It's been real. Like I always like to say, the play always continues. I'm talking to you guys on Discord. I'm going to continue talking to you there. It's not like we're separated. It's really cool to spend the time live together and make that happen. So you're up to an 11.5 infinity quality ratio. Wow. Here's on screen my 3.43. I have a very low infinity colony ratio. I've not given a lot of attention to making that higher. I make very little money over time compared to many people at my wave, and my build is really, really cheap. So it's okay. And that's how I've chosen to beat the game, is by making my build wicked cheap instead of making a good infinity colony build that can get me some money to actually wave. Everyone says that to me that plays Grow Castle. Get that up. What are you doing on 3.4? I'm like, what do you mean? This is like the highest I've ever had it. I was on 2 for so long until like wave 300k when I started to edge like 2.8, and I was like, wow, this is incredible. I think I was like 350k when I finally broke 3.0 IC ratio. I was like, oh my gosh, more and more skill points. It's getting easier, you know, it's starting to happen. 6 times IC can sustain Devil Horn 1. I have sustained Devil Horn 1 with 2.5. I'm a poor bun, but it's all right. We make it work. We work on a budget, you know? We sustain that Devil Horn. We do what we need. Poison's good, everybody. Poison builds are good. Don't sleep. I don't know. At this point, I'm not I'm less poison. I'm a mix. Now I'm really mixed. I'm all over the map here a little bit. Because, I mean, I'm mostly summons, right? Said I'm closing down, but I have to keep looking at my build. Mostly summons. I get the lightning for air support and the poison for the weakness node and a little bit of damage for the witches. I really want to get down to the lots of poison damage nodes that are hiding over here because those really make my witches pop off. But I think that the wand node is a bigger deal. I don't know. That's 5 skill points. I could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I could trade the wand for dealing poisoning damage. Man, do I do that? I don't know. I feel because both of them benefit my boss damage, which is where I'm having trouble. Because Alice and Dorothy are gonna scale with them. That's a hard choice. I don't know. I just want to get enough skill points that I can have them both, and then I won't have to worry. Also got a flying damage node over here that I haven't taken that I could take if my flyers became problems again. I'm not sure. We'll see where I go with that. Now I'm very confident that I'm just going to 20 skip no problem. Let's get those waves. Test both, see which is better. That's the way. I took this hour to test this build and be like, it's good. I'll get to testing another time. For now, it's time to take a break. It's important and fun as it is to take our time for play. It's important to mix up what we do with our day. And I'm going to make sure my day didn't feel like I did only one thing and feel like I did nothing. Yeah. Cursed Orb on Druid. I wonder. I'll have to consider the Cursed Orb on Druid. Get the Cursed Orb in there. Move my greens around. All right. Wow. I need to do more Grow Castle with you guys because you workshop really good things in the build. I made a lot of changes today, and I have a lot of ideas of things that I might change. I'm going to keep pushing the build while it's going as it is to see if I can get some more skill points before I need to make anything restructured. I get some more options for myself open. Thank you. Thank you for wishing me the best in our celebration of the worst day of U.S. history. I really like that framing. That's a great way to put it. Well done. I will. I'll enjoy it. Thanks. Blow something up. It'll be good. All right, everyone. Thanks for playing. Bye for now.